Hello everybody, welcome to the Joyful Johnsons. It's Lauren here. We are having a picnic at the beach. Today we are going to share with you a video about 2 years living in Costa Rica. 2 whole years. Specifically in this video, we're going to just share a little bit about our favorite things about living in Costa Rica, the challenging things about making the move and transition here, and really what is life like living here with 3 kids. Currently aged 7, 5, and 5 years old. Let's dive in. Damien, what's the coolest thing about living in Costa Rica?
Crabs.
Crabs. Of all the things, you would say crabs at the beach?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Is there anything you don't like about living here? Awesome. Awesome. Damien, what's your favorite thing about living in Costa Rica?
Dolphins.
Dolphins. Is there anything that you don't like about living in Costa Rica?
Spiders and scorpions and snakes.
You know, that's a valid point. Lucas, what's your
I
favorite
did those
thing?
too.
What's your favorite thing about living in Costa Rica?
Dolphins.
And is there anything you don't like about living in Costa Rica?
Scorpions, spiders, and snakes.
Exactly the same as your twin brother. So we moved to Costa Rica March of 2021. 2 years.
It's been over 2 years now.
And what a journey it's been. So we live in a town called Junquillal, which is in Guanacaste province, but it's a smaller, not so touristy, not so busy town.
Right.
And we really love it. You know,
Yeah.
We were presented with this opportunity to move to Costa Rica because my dad owns present land here. And he needed someone to help him manage his building project. So we were offered this opportunity to move to Costa Rica. We sold 99% of the things that we owned in the United States. And we really were looking for a simpler life. We wanted to be debt-free, which in the United States we were not. We were drowning in mortgage payments that had crazy high property taxes. And financially, it was not working. Part of that was due to the COVID pandemic. Part of that was just due to other circumstances. But how do you feel, Justin, about did we accomplish that moving to Costa Rica? Did we get what we were looking for?
Yeah, I definitely would agree with that. A more simple life, absolutely.
Like right now, we're having a little beach picnic, which costs nothing except the cost of our food that we brought with us, with the most beautiful, serene, not crowded beach that's amazing. It's a nice cloudy, overcast day. It's like 70 degrees, 75 degrees. It's amazing. We have a simple life now, and our youngest kids...
We get to enjoy crabs.
Oh, crap. So our youngest 2 kids have Asperger's. It's a high-functioning form of autism, and we didn't realize that until we moved here. We got that diagnosis for them. But we knew all along that they were just special and a little different, and that the typical American life that we were living before was not serving them and serving our family, and it was just not a good way to live. We were stressed, we were tired. We're still tired. That doesn't go away with parenting, but our life here in Costa Rica really is great. It's not perfect, but here's the thing. If you're thinking about moving to Costa Rica, you can't think that you're going to move here and all your problems are going to go away, right? Your struggles, you're still going to have those struggles or struggles in some way. So moving here is not a magic, everything's going to be fixed, everything's going to be great. And we've seen a lot of people come and go moving here from Canada, from Europe, from the United States, other parts of the world. And it's not like you're going to magically, wave a magic wand and move to Costa Rica and everything in your life is going to be beautiful and perfect, because that's not reality. And that's the main reason we've seen people come here and leave and go back. We were not trying to make all of our problems go away. We were just looking for a positive change to continue our family unit growing and learning and thriving together in a positive way. And for us, living here, it's great.
So now we're going to transition a little bit into the not so pura vida, as I chose to call it, as there are definitely challenges. Some of the biggest problems that I feel I have, and I know you have a lot of these problems as well, is the idea that pura vida doesn't just translate into your day-to-day life, it also translates to businesses. And when you're working with businesses here, there is an entirely new calendar, if you will. Everything operates very, very, very slowly. And in some instances, you want to be really excited about that slowed down life, right? You really want to enjoy and savor that moment. But then other times you're like, why?
For instance, when you need an electrical provider to come do service or hook up electricity for your home, and you say, well, when are you coming? Oh, well, we'll come sometime, is usually the reply. So things like service provider appointments, repair technicians, they don't give appointments. They're not going to say like, oh, we'll be at your house Tuesday afternoon. No, they just say Tuesday. So then you have to be at your home the whole entire day, because if you take a walk to the beach or you go to the store or go somewhere, they're going to show up at the time that you're not there, and then you have to wait several more weeks to make another appointment, and it can be challenging adjusting to that way of life.
And if they show up, within 5 minutes they're gone. Another instance was it took over 11 months. We almost hit one entire year. After we purchased our transformer, we asked for a light to be installed as well. We got an itemized receipt showing that a light just around our transformer was also to be set up. It took almost an entire year
Patience.
to get that one light installed. And in some instances, I'll be honest, it was kind of frustrating because they tried to act like we didn't buy the light. We asked for an itemized receipt specifically because it included the light, and they tried to tell us that it didn't include it, and we sent a screenshot of our receipt that showed the light we paid for, and they wouldn't talk to us. And somehow we finally found the right person that was like, oh, why did it take 11 months? Let me take care of this. And so it's one of those, one day you get a really, really, really good person. Other days, not so much, and they don't really care. They just are gonna say what they have to stop talking to you.
It's a challenge, and even if you speak Spanish, we are about 50%, I would say, fluent in Spanish. We talk in Spanish every day. We practice every day, and we're learning, and we speak Spanish pretty well, in my opinion. Still a lot to learn, right?
Of course.
But even if you speak Spanish, doing business here is challenging. Understanding the tax laws is challenging, and so you just have to be able to embrace change. Right? Living somewhere new, living in a new country, somewhere that you're not familiar with, where the customs and the laws and everything are different. If you can be willing to embrace that change, then you can adapt to it. If you try to resist that change and you try to make Costa Rica like wherever you came from, you're not going to be a happy camper. You're going to be stressed. You're going to have a hard time. And so for us, it's okay. Yeah, it's a little challenging with those things, but
we adapted. That's not to say it's all bad, though. Of course, there's definitely tons of positives. I think one of my favorite things is on Friday nights, Saturday nights, and even a lot of times during the week, pick up soccer games. There are people outside all the time. Yeah. And we would go in Texas to the parks, and we wouldn't see anyone out there unless it was like club sports. There wouldn't be pickup games of anything, but here it's constant. And I just absolutely love that people like going outdoors, and it's hot here.
It's hot.
It's 90 degrees year round pretty much during the day, and people are still outside doing things, and they let their kids play and get dirty, and our kids are covered in sand.
They're currently digging in the sand, hunting in the beach for the cars that they buried, was it a couple of days ago, that they lost? So they're like treasure hunting. It's great.
And they just found a car too.
Our kids are dirty. Our kids are sweaty. Our kids play outside. Our kids get sunshine. And here other people's kids do the same.
Yeah.
And so for us, that's a big perk. It's a big pro.
You got it.
We have a very healthy lifestyle. We don't even own a television anymore, actually. Number one, because they're expensive, and number two, we really just don't want one. We do other things with our life. It was a huge culture shift for us, but it absolutely was a good culture shift.
Yeah.
Of less time on the phones, less time on computers, less time on TVs, more time outside, more time together, more board games, more gardening. We have chickens. For us, that was a really positive change.
Bold change.
Bold change.
6 chickens, 4 ducks.
2 cats.
Yeah, we have ducks now.
They're smelly. They're really smelly.
But they're so cute.
But they're so cute. So really quickly in this video, I wanted to share briefly on 2 topics that we get asked a lot. Actually, from every person who subscribes to our channel or follows our journey. And that's, number 1, what do you do for your kids' school? And number 2, what do you do for your work? So I think both of those have really worked out beautifully for us. Number 1, regarding schooling, we currently homeschool. Our oldest son is 7 and the twins are 5. They're so beautifully intelligent, and they really love homeschooling. It only takes them about 45 minutes to an hour a day because they're so young. And then we spend the rest of the day baking and taking care of our chickens and gardening and all the things that we like to do. They play outside a lot. And if you don't want to homeschool, or it's not your thing, there are many private schools within an hour drive of where we currently live. Everything from college preparatory stuff to alternative nature-based learning, kind of tutoring communities. There's all kinds of choices. And so schooling here is not a challenge. At least for us, it's worked out really well. The public schools are also really great also, and they are free. If you do go to the public school, of course it's 100% in Spanish.
Yeah.
Which would, make your kids learn Spanish really quickly. But you would have to abide by all of their, vaccination requirements and other enrollment requirements. And so for us, homeschooling right now, that's our choice, and it's working out. So we say as long as it works, we'll keep doing it. Now, job-wise, I'm going to share with them what you've been doing.
Yeah. So I actually now I'm an author.
Ooh,
I get to say that. Published author. I started a book series called Kiddos the Photographer, and we are documenting what is happening in Costa Rica. We are partnering with nonprofit organizations. The first book is Kiddos the Photographer Visits the Turtle Sanctuary, and she shares her experience helping save baby turtles. And
cool.
It's a really awesome little book, and we have a lot of fun. We have this super amazing musician that wrote a song for it. Okay, we'll be sure to share all of this, and a portion of the proceeds goes directly to the nonprofit organization. Our second book is coming out very soon, and once again we have this super amazing musician that is continuing to write music, and thank you, Amanda, for illustrating it. We are so beyond thankful for everything that she has done for us, and we're having a lot of fun.
That's been a really fun project. Of course, it's all online based. It's published through Amazon, and
English and Spanish.
And it's a bilingual book in English and Spanish. And I've been teaching music. So I've been teaching music online and also to a few local kids here in the community. And that's how we've been making life work. I'm sure if you've followed many people who've moved to Costa Rica, you cannot just go get a job anywhere if you are not a resident or a citizen of Costa Rica. They protect the jobs here for the Costa Rican people. And so if you are from another country and you're moving to Costa Rica, you're here on a tourist visa, you have to have either remote work or something that you do online. Like our neighbor, she's a graphic designer and she does that online. I know people who do day trading. I know people who do like tech work online. And that's really a great option for work, but it does need to be remote unless you are a resident or a citizen of Costa Rica. But we've been able to make a life here, and we're just really thankful, and it's been a really great journey. So all in all, I think that our move to Costa Rica was the best thing that we ever did for our family. Our marriage is stronger now than it already was living in the States. We're happy, and I wouldn't change what we did for anything. Our kids have friends. We've made really great friends with other families who've moved here from Canada, Europe, the United States, etc. They have a great community of homeschool friends that they love to spend time with. You know, we don't isolate them. If you don't know this, homeschool kids don't just stay home all day. We do things.
Damien and Julian have jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, they take jiu-jitsu class.
They have lots of friends there. Damien is doing drum lessons.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Budding, beautiful musician. So for everyone who's subscribed to our channel, I just want to say thank you. You're awesome. We have grown our channel just to kind of help share what life is like living with kids in Costa Rica and making that move. Because when we moved here 2 years ago, we couldn't find really anyone who documented the journey of living here with kids or moving here with kids. And you know, there's a lot of unique challenges and requirements when you're living somewhere with little ones. Medical care, income, schooling, etc., etc. And so we're just really happy to be here in this channel to share our journey with you. Please make sure that you subscribe, and we'd love to hear from you below. If you find our channel to be great, you have suggestions, you want future video topics, things you'd like us to share about life here, we would love to make more content for you for the things that you want. But in any case, till next time, we'll say ciao. Bye, friends.
Ciao.